go for John Boyd one time. Absolute killer. John, you gotta move to Chicago, man. They love you here. How you guys feeling? You feeling good? Toasty, warmed up, hell yeah. Coming up next, another Chicago comedy killer in the scene. So excited to have her back here. The one, the only, Claire Malkie, everybody!
Give it up for Seth, everybody! I just want to say a big thank you to Seth. He actually booked me on my first ever stand-up show, Laughs at Lakeview, back in 2021. Very special. This is a great night. So, how's everybody doing? Woo! So, something about me is that I go to a lot of weddings. It's like honestly part of my personality now. And the last wedding I was at was a family wedding, and my cousin was there. And you guys, my cousin, he thinks he's so cool because he was in the Air Force. I'm like, okay, I served too. I was in a sorority. You think I wanted to do that? No, I did that for my country. There's a lot of stuff happening in this country right now, right? Like, there's a lot of things that are really bad, you know, like gun violence, homophobia, Press Secretary Caroline Levitt's botched lip filler. And like, despite all of that, something that really gets to me is that, so I go to a lot of weddings. I'm an expert at weddings, okay? But I don't want to have one. Okay, you want to hear the stats? Welcome back. In the last 4 years, I have been to 21 weddings.
Wow.
In my life, I have been to upwards of 50 weddings. I've been a bridesmaid 5 times. I've been a maid of honor. I have spent thousands of my hard-earned American dollars to go to Charleston, South Carolina on a bachelorette party. Actually, I think you were there with me.
I probably planned it.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I don't want a wedding, not because I'm like single, no. I don't want a wedding because no one plans them right, okay? I would plan the best fucking wedding you've ever been to. Yes. Here's what happened. The invitation would be so elegant, but it would be legible. Okay, why are we spelling out the year? What happened to numbers? The ceremony would be under 20 minutes, and everything would take place inside, so you don't have to worry about the weather. Yes, exactly. Why are we wearing stilettos on grass?
Yes.
I don't understand. And the thing or sand, I've actually never been to a beach wedding now that I think about it. I've been to every other kind of wedding. I've been to a Jewish wedding, I've been to an Indian wedding, I've been to a hippy-dippy wedding. Been to all of them. You should have seen my country club family when my cousin had furries at his wedding. That was a fun time. And you know, all of this knowledge about weddings, it's just like taking up space in my brain. Like, I could be doing so many other things. Like I could learn Spanish. I could cure cancer. I could become president of the United States of America.
Good for you.
Wait, what am I saying? Women can't be president. That's the funniest joke in the set. In Mexico? That's true. Actually, that's true.
Yes.
I should learn Spanish. I could run in Mexico. Yeah. And I know there's a lot of men in the audience, so you might not understand the like societal pressure for women to get married. So let me put it for you this way. Okay. Imagine since you were like a little itty bitty baby boy, everyone in your life told you that one day you were going to grow up to be an accountant. And when you become an accountant, you're going to be the hottest you've ever been. You're going to be the happiest you've ever been. And everyone's going to tell you they're so proud of you. Sounds like a great deal, right? Yeah. And so you spend your whole life doing, you're like, okay, I'm going to be an accountant. It's going to be amazing. And then you grow up and like all your friends start becoming accountants. And you start learning about accounting culture. And then you realize you have to sleep in a bed with another accountant for the rest of your life. So you tell your friends, you're like, I don't know if this like accounting thing is really for me. And they're like, oh no, Claire, you just haven't found the right firm to work at. And I'm like, no, I don't think that's it. And they're like, actually, Claire, I think you're next. And I'm like, that's what serial killers say. and tell your grandma you don't want to be an accountant, and she says she's really disappointed in you because she wanted to live long enough to see you do her taxes. Yeah, that's not a fun phone call to have with grandma. And the thing is, you guys, I actually almost did get married. I had a boyfriend for over 5 years. He was Indian. He had a very long Indian last name. And so when we would talk about getting married, he would ask me, he would say Claire, when we get married, are you gonna take my last name? And I was like, aw. No, that's cultural appropriation. Could you imagine if Seth introduced me and was like, welcome to the stage, Claire Vishwakumar. And then I came on stage. You'd be like, this white bitch. I will say though, being a white lady with an Indian last name, that's like having a black belt in yoga. It's like I walk into the studio and I'm like, hi, I know you have 200 hours of yoga teacher training, but my husband's grandparents are from India. I'll be teaching the class. So I am single, and I actually just got off all the dating apps. I couldn't do it anymore, because Hinge specifically is a lot like going to the DMV. You fill out a bunch of paperwork and no one answers your questions. But okay, you guys, before I got off Hinge, I did see my ex. Yeah, I saw his profile. And one of the questions on his profile was, what's the biggest risk you've ever taken? And his answer said, quitting my job in finance to take a role in tech. Do you guys want to know the biggest risk I've ever taken? Walking alone at night. Yeah, so I knew it wasn't going to be a match. Unfortunately, I am straight. For a while I thought I was bisexual, but that's just because I was going to open mics and hearing men's inner thoughts. No, it turns out I don't actually like women. I just like nail polish and meaningful conversation. Has anyone here dated a coworker? Okay, some of you are liars, I know it. So I dated a coworker. His name was Colin. I was 22, he was 25. And on our first date, he told me he had a girlfriend that died in a car accident. So I went home with him. And we get to his house, and his room is covered with pictures of this girl. Yeah, he has a frame of her next to his bed, and her obituary was framed on the wall. So afterwards, I went home and I went on the dead girl's Instagram. I had to check out the competition. And she had a picture from their anniversary or something, and she had a pet name for him, for Colin. Her pet name for him was Columbine. But he dumped me very quickly after that, and it was totally okay because he turned out to be a total predator. Honestly, really dodged a bullet. Didn't even have to hide in the library. So my taste in men is pretty bad. Actually, my ex from high school was at the insurrection. So I turned him into the FBI. Thank you. I also turned in my cousin. He wasn't there, it just seemed like the right thing to do. All right, thanks so much. I'm Claire Malkie. Thanks, everybody.
Keep it going for Claire Malkie. Your comedy has gotten so much darker. I love it.
That's what a breakup will do to you.
It's great. It rolls.